Tibial plateau fracture. This was my knee. This was me 6 weeks later, dancing salsa, going to CrossFit, and very shortly after playing tennis. If you have pain in the front of your leg that maybe prevents you from sleeping, wakes you up in the middle of the night like a hammer hitting the muscle, that's what mine felt like, or it's just bothering you when you're trying to either weight bear with your crutches or without them, I've got two amazing exercises for you. One will release the tension. The other one will help you start to strengthen the muscle. And please, don't miss the bonus. I've got an amazing trick and tip for you when you start to weight bear that many doctors accidentally don't tell you, and I would say miss and make a bit of a mistake. And this was one of the major reasons I was back to all of that stuff, weight bearing without pain and crutches 6 weeks after my surgery. All right, so my left leg was my broken leg, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide the foam roll under my leg. I will post a picture here showing me, I think, at week 6 doing this exercise. Now, you can see right here, I've already started to just kind of roll on this muscle. You can keep this hand in multiple places. You can set it on your leg. I like to kind of hold my ankle or my lower leg because then that allows me to just get a little bit better control. And from here, I'm just gonna start going over different areas of my muscle. I still have a trigger point on the more like the portion closer to where my screws and my plate were. The thing is this is the muscle they had to pick up and get out of the way to put your screws and plates down if you had a lateral fracture, or that's where your screws and plates are. So a lot of times this muscle is crazy sensitive. You can also do this in your bed because then the mattress is much softer and it pushes much lighter. You can also then come and put both your hands down because after a little while your left hand might get a little bit tired, and just try to find different trigger points. And if this is even painful, you can just rest here. You can even rock back and forth. The goal is we just want you to start working a little bit of like massage in this muscle because there's gonna be a lot of adhesive tissue, scar tissue, and due to the fact that we're sedentary basically for the first 6 weeks, we're not moving and we're not weight bearing, this muscle started to atrophy and get a bit tight. So we wanna kind of get the blood flow in it better, breaking up that adhesive tissue before we go into the exercises to make it stronger. I would suggest doing this for about 3 to 5 minutes and try to do this multiple times throughout the day. So maybe total 10 to 15 minutes of different segments, morning, evening, morning, lunch, and evening, 3 to 5 minutes each time. All right, now I want you to just pick up your toes. I would do both of them because you're not able to walk or you weren't walking for quite some time, so both have gotten weak. However, this is just using that anterior tibialis to pull those toes up. And if you are not weight bearing, you can talk to your physical therapist, you can talk to your doctor, but I would say this is fantastic because this is basically not weight bearing. One of the issues we have is if we go from like non-weight bearing completely to then 20% of weight bearing, that's often what we go back to. Well, I went to 100%. So the question is, if we go from 0 to 20, what about that 1 through 19 in between of percentage of body weight? So that is where this is perfect because your heels are like kissing the ground very softly. And what I want you to do when you're in this position, as you notice I have not stopped, is I would go for about 20. So I would go 1, 2, 3, and then when I got 20, I would then hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax, and I would do then 5 with these isometric holds. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of a bonus here in 2 seconds, an extra bonus of how you can do this with a kettlebell, but this is what everybody should be starting with. If you have a kettlebell at home and you are in your advanced stages of rehab, the anterior tibialis standard exercise, which I just showed you, is gonna start to become a little bit too easy. So this is a 6-kilo kettlebell, and this is a fantastic way to just really get some strength in that anterior tibialis through actually using weight. However, I want everybody to start with the standard exercise before they move on to something like this. And if you have a physio or a doctor, speak with them before you do this, and or something like this should be completely pain-free with the bad pain, and you should just feel it in the muscle itself burning like a regular exercise. Now the bonus and what many doctors miss, and you see how I'm getting ready to step right here. This is the push off phase of my gait. This is when I'm gonna use my calf muscle and put the most body weight on my broken leg. So I push off as I walk. Of course, I don't hop up like that, but this is essentially what the leg is doing. So when I was told I could get rid of my brace and get rid of my crutches, I kept mine, and my doctor was like, really, why? And I said, because I know that as I crutch like this, and I'm using this to help me push forward, and I didn't necessarily need it, I was able to walk normally without it. The problem was, as I knew at the end of the day when my muscle would be tired, I would start to limp. So the tip and the trick is bring your crutches with you, because at the end of the day, your muscle is going to be tired, and the worst thing we can do, no matter what injury you have, is walk with a limp. So throughout the day, in the beginning of the day, when I was fresh, I walked naturally. But the minute my limp came back, or my gait was altered, we say in physio language, then I went back to the crutch and I was able to continue to walk regular. This is crucial because of your ankle joint, your knee joint, your fracture, your hip, but not only that, but your lymphatic system, the inflammation system of your body. The way it works is as every single muscle contracts, it's pushing that inflammation out. So not only do we want the proper arthrokinematics, if you will, of the joint as we move forward, we want all of those muscles working in that kinetic chain, because that's not only going to strengthen your bone, strengthen your muscles, but it's going to help push naturally that swelling out. So we don't need the painkillers, we don't need the ibuprofen, we don't need the NSAID medication, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. We can use our natural body for that. So this was the massive trick that allowed me from walking during the day with no pain to then getting the crutches for probably 4 or 5 days, and then after that my limp was completely gone. This is a huge tip and trick to get back to weight bearing without that limp and having less problems later, because the limp is only going to irritate your knee and your ankle, which is going to cause further problems. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I really hope that these exercises and explanation helped you as much as it helped me. Remember, I have a program below, and if you write TPF, just comment that, and I will give you a 7-day free trial. All you need is an email address, or check the website out down below. Contact me. I have many clients I work with one-to-one all over the world. You've already seen some of the testimonial pictures I flashed throughout this video. If you have any questions, let me know. Definitely subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next week for the next video.